Libra, all right. You're all right, Libra. What have you got? Somebody in the questions, the question is, what have you got? Because someone's saying, look, what have you got? Nothing. I swear blind, I haven't got anything. Have you caught something or not? A fish? Pisces? Like, look, what have you got? Nothing. I haven't got anything. It's like, look, show me your hands. No, I haven't got anything in my hand. It's like, look, no, I haven't. Look, I swear down, look, I haven't got anything. It's like, what have you got in your hands? Nothing. I mean, are these kids and children? I don't know. But your message is what have you got? Nothing. What have you got? Nothing. Have you got any work? Have you got any love? Have you got a love life? Are you speaking? Because I'm hearing, no, nothing. It's like, no, nothing. No, what's the matter? Nothing. Are you sure? Yep, no, nothing. Really? What's the matter with you? Because I really can't figure out what's the matter with you unless you speak. No, nothing. That's what I'm hearing, Libra. So, I don't know. You obviously maybe not speaking to your partner. I've got no idea. But I'm hearing, look, what's the matter with you? Nothing. What have you got behind your hands? Nothing. What have you got? Have you got? What have you caught? Nothing. Have you got the coronavirus? No. I mean, is it? I don't know. Sorry, that's a little bit bleak, but I'm hearing, like, what have you caught? I mean, is it a fish? What have you caught? A fish. How big is it? Don't know, that big? Like, well, I mean, what is this, Pinocchio? It's like, no, listen, Pinocchio. Someone's lying. Possible here, because I keep hearing these energies of, like, what have you got? And someone saying, no, I haven't got anything. I mean, is this like someone trying to coach or get somebody into, like, taking something that they don't want to take, and like, what have you got? Nothing. I haven't got anything. I'm sorry, but I've got, I'm out. I'm like not selling anymore, right? So unless someone's sold up and they're not selling anything, like, what have you got to offer us? And they're like, nothing. We haven't got anything anymore. It's all gone. I'm sorry, but you can't buy anymore because everything is gone and we don't have any more product left, or what? Because that's a pretty good one, right? Because we're sold out. Or sold out. Sell. So something to do with a court appearance or something like that, maybe, for a lot of you. What have you got? Nothing. What did you say? Nothing. Deny the whole lot. Dan. D. But the DT or something. Like, what have you got? Nothing. What did you say? Nothing. Did you tell them? No. I told you to tell them, did you? No. Oh, Jesus, man. You really could have a lot to do with Cancerian reading, I think it was, where you came up in that big time. Where it's like, look, who have you told? Did you tell? Like, did you tell your friend this? Because I have this, like, suspicion that you told someone, and they're like, no, I didn't say anything to them. They're like, you did. Did you or did you not say this to that person? Did you? No. And someone's lying their ass off. And it came up in a lot of readings where people were talking to friends or whatnot, and then the other person's questioning you, saying, did you tell them about this? Or did you tell M about this? Or Emily or Emma or M, Melissa, Maria, Matilda, all those. But look, did you tell them or not? And you're like, no, I didn't. So someone's blatantly lying, because it's kind of like this conspiracy of where someone spoke about something to a person, but when questioned about it, a bit like the Spanish Inquisition, or like from the police station, whatever this is, or about a policeman or a police officer or something like that, it's like being questioned but completely denying the lot and saying, look, did you say something? No. Did you tell them? No. Well, I told you not to tell anybody. Did you go and tell your friends? Did you go and tell? No. So you've got this people where they may be talking amongst themselves, but then denying it when being questioned by a person. So there might be two here. These two people are perhaps talking about something. When approached by a person to ask someone out of any of these two, look, did you say something to this person? They're like, no. You must have done. You must have gone and told your friend, or you must have gone and told something. Have you been speaking about our private life amongst yourselves, other than like me? It came up, paranoia. It's been in other readings. It's about people talking amongst themselves about people, but not confronting their partner, or not confronting the actual person itself. Where it's like, this is, you see, man. This is where I was mentioning this in other readings, where I was saying that some people, like I was going into a whole spiel about tarot card readings and about, you know, people in general, is that you can always hear one side of the story, but you never get to hear it from the other person, right? So when you're dealing with clients and things, and you do tarot readings and God knows what else, you can get a client and they'll tell you all about what's going on in their life, but you've never really heard it from the other person. You've never heard it from the horse's mouth. And I'm hearing that people may be talking about people here and saying things that are going on with their relationship, or things that are really personal and private, and I need to have a word and I need to tell you all of this stuff. But they haven't actually told you what the other person may be going through. Like, they haven't got it from the other person. And this is where, say, like, two people here, they go like, oh God, really? Yeah, no, they don't, you know, they don't do blah 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 and so on and so forth. Yeah, but they've never really done what God knows, whatever this is going on in someone's life, Libra. But these two people are kind of like conspiring against someone, or not even conspiring, but they're talking and holding valuable secrets about relationships and keeping it to themselves, but they're not telling a person. Now, if you all want to go into a third party situation, that's up to you. But there's someone here that is oblivious that these two people here are probably talking about relationships within themselves, and you're like, but you haven't heard it from this person. You haven't heard the whole story. Like, you've only heard half of it, or had half. Like, you can't have the other half. You can only have one half of it, is what I'm hearing. One half. Libra. I wasn't going to channel for you guys, to be honest. I think my Libra clientele is terrible. The out of all star signs that I do, Libras are the ones that I've always really struggled to watch my channel. It's probably a thing or not, I don't know. But yeah, so I thought I'm just going to do Libras, like tarot reading, and just crack on with that. But your main message here is that some people are talking and conspiring, but not asking, like, partners. Say they're two friends that talk about partners amongst each other. You get one friend here that has a partner, you get one friend here that has a partner. These two people talk about their relationship amongst each other, but they don't physically, this one doesn't actually know what this other person has done or hasn't said. And this is where it leads to paranoia. Chinese whispers, paranoia. You don't actually know what the other person has done or said, because it can be where somebody asks somebody in confidence about something, okay, but then when questioned, do you really know the other side of the story, right? Do you really know? Have you asked their partner and said, oh, okay, hold on a minute, you're just ganging up on me now, making me feel like I'm not wanted a part of the crowd, right? So do I actually, is my spidey sense kicking off and thinking, hold on a minute, what's going on with these two here? Hello, what's going on here then? Something to do with the policeman here. But what is really going on here? Because if I question you and ask you, have you said something about our relationship, or have you mentioned this thing that's supposed to be confidential or private, have you gone and told someone else about this? Right? So you've got these very auspicious energies now that's leading to make people paranoid. If this is anything to do with a relationship, it's come up through other readings. Paranoid, Ozzy Osbourne, someone from Australia maybe. But like, now you're causing paranoia. Now you're making it more than what it is. It's because people are not speaking to their partners about what they want or what they don't. They seek out a friend, they ask them, or Em or Emily, and then it's kind of like, have you told people about my situation? Have you told people about this personal thing that's private? Have you gone and told everybody, right? So if things are private and confidential, somebody is splurting out things that is private and confidential to one of these parties. Fuck knows how many parties there are in this. I mean, is it a physical birthday party? Is it Aries? But like, or someone talking about an Aries? But like, well, this is supposed to be confidential. You've just gone and blurted it out to everybody, and it's confidential. It's not private. It's confidential. You're talking amongst yourselves about someone else's life or something, or like two friends that like, okay, well, we're in cahoots, and we're going to talk about like others amongst ourselves, but not really like involve the other people that we're talking about. That might relate to like Chinese whispers or paranoia, like, man, there's a little bit of suspicious energy here, you know. And that's the channel message. That is pretty much what is there, is around people talking about other people amongst themselves, but not really telling the other people that they're talking. It's because it's kind of like partnerships. Two friends or two people, like two birds meet up or something, right? Two chicks, probably two same-sex relationship. But two people meet up and they tell each other and they talk about their relationships and their partnerships and God knows what else. But when you get into conversation with people, you can divulge into people's private and personal life. So when you do, does the other partner actually know that you're doing it? Right? Does one of these people know that someone is discussing their private life, sex life, love life, whatever life it is, or Elijah, or life, or Zabub, something to do with Capricorn? But like, does this person know or not know? That's what I'm saying. I'm going to leave that at that because that confuses the shit out of me. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like someone goes off and gets second-hand information from a person and they come back and you're like, hold on a minute, where did you just fucking come up with all of that? Oh, well, I've been listening to my friend and he's been coaching me into this way. And you're like, no, that's absolute brainwashing nonsense. Like, where did you get all of that from? Yeah, well, they told me that blah, blah, blah. And you're like, no, bro, that's not right. What are you on about? Like, that's not true. It's like you've just been listening to someone else, Andrew. But like you've just been listening to someone else. Like it's. I mean, is this what I get? Or what I hate is, oh man, the old conspiracy of people give advice and they give the wrong stuff, or the wrong product or something, or like, oh, I don't know. Brainwashing, or just confusion of people like. Really doesn't know how to ask certain questions to a partner and would rather talk to a friend about it, but then when the friend finds out, if the partner finds out, there's a secret within friends here. Anyway, within a group, people being influenced by others, which is normally, oh yeah, I've got a problem, yeah, I've got a problem as well. Okay, so what's your problem? Well, that sounds like my problem. Yeah, we're going through that. Yeah, God, don't they do your head in, men or women? And like, yeah, God, didn't they just, blah, 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 or Justin or whatever. And it's like, yeah, don't they, isn't they? Just, yeah, I know. Yeah, they're very like, isn't they? And then you're like, right, okay, but does this other person know that this is being spoke about? And it's leading to some sort of paranoia here is what I'm picking up, right? So it's kind of like people talking amongst people or amongst themselves that's leading to paranoia of like, well, fuck, I don't know what you're capable of saying. So, like, it leads to paranoia. Paranoia is what I'm hearing. That came up for a couple of other readings, I feel, here. Paranoia. Or paranormal activity. Yeah, anyway, let's crack on. Libra, Sun, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Because that can always just take one person that knocks over a domino train, or Dominic, or something, but it knocks over a domino train of like where you've got no idea who's in your midst. That's what I'm saying. I've been saying this for ages. People don't know who is in your midst of people, right? So you could get someone that really had bad intentions, and if you're being gaslit and God knows what else, you would have absolutely no idea. Trust me, if you're being gaslit, you wouldn't know that you are. A lot of you. I mean, if you've experienced these for a lot of years, then you have a bloody good idea, right? But if you don't, a gaslighter is not going to tell you that they're gaslighting you, which means that I'm trying to get you to believe in something that isn't believable, right? So, when you get co-conspirers of energies, you're kind of like, oh, man, it's more confusing than it is worth my effort, right? Here. So anyway, Libra. Because it just starts off by one word, right? I just need to say one thing to one person, and then one thing to another person, and then one thing to another person, and then because we're not telling the person, we're kind of doing this behind their back, so we're doing all of these kind of things, but we're actually co-conspiring against someone that might be like, hold on a minute, does that mean me then, or not? Does that not mean me? I don't know what this is for. Scorpio. Anyway, Libra, what have they got coming up? Libra. Three of Pentacles, something to do with the fish, something to do with the Pisces, the big fish. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Red, silver, and blue. So, blue. Well, big fish, little fish, cardboard box, or are you in a third party, or you've been put in a box? Pigeonholing someone. Feel like you're in a box, right, is what I keep hearing. A vox, or a vauxhall cavalier, or named Kavalauskas, or Cav. But like, okay, Cav, let's talk Cav, is what I'm hearing, or Cass. But yeah, Libra, school, work, education, third party, huge if you are. But again, these people will be like more interested in other people's relationship than their own. So like, hold on a minute, I'm going to educate you about my relationship, but my relationship is like, you know, like, all right, Sid, what's going on with your relationship? Oh yeah, it's not very good. What's going on with your relationship, Ian? What's going on with your relationship? What's going on with your own? What's going on in your own relationship here? So it's kind of like a discussion between people where they're talking about people. Right? Now, whatever this is behind the scenes of this, it's led to now a drama triangle where it's led to a lot, man, this is more drama than anything else. It's like drama school, right? So unless you work at a school or it's education, but it can be people that sit back, watch, collect energy, and then talk amongst themselves about it, where it's kind of like leading to some sort of energy of a drama triangle here. Because it's causing drama. That's why it's dramatic. Matt. Are they Matt or Matthew? But Matt. I think somebody wants to paint their walls white, like matte colour. Matte. Let's see. Libra. What's going on with Libra this week, please? What's going on with Libra this week, please? Libra. So, Leo. So definitely. Leo. But Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius for a lot of you. But this person that has this could have this in many placements of fire. But you've kind of got Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Pisces all up in the mix here for a lot. Okay, and it's like I said, it could be this person that's talking about one of these characters, which is a Pisces or a Leo or an Aries or a Sagittarius, but it's all locked within this party of people. So let's have a party of people that talk about people. Right, let's talk about people, right? So I'm hearing, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about everybody else, right? But let's talk about everybody else, but really find out, like, fuck, how can I explain this, Libra? It's kind of like people are in a group, right? Group activity of where people talk, right? When you have group activity of people talking, they're misdirecting energies towards others, which means they're deflecting energy away from themselves. And I need to talk to my friend about what's going on in my relationship, where I may not be actually physically asking my partner myself. Or if you get a group of friends that all talk together about a person, they're kind of like, man, look who's talking and who isn't talking. Look who's talking. Really? Like, are you talking about me in my relationship? Like, are you talking about me? Like, what are you talking about? You know, here. Because when questioned if in a relationship here, and this story unfolds as the relationship, when a partner then is faced with their partner as a two, you're kind of then like, hold on a second, where have you got all of this third-hand information from? Like, is it really what you're saying or speaking? But where have you got the third-hand info from, right? Which means that it isn't mine, I've got it from somewhere else. So where have you picked that up? Where have you learned that from? Well, the person that I heard it from, right? So it can be copying, but it can also be like, okay, I'm like talking to a friend and I'm trying to get their advice. Bram, blam, right? There you go. So Batman or blam? I'm hearing blam, like blam. But like then when I've got that info, then I'm gonna like talk to my partner. And then this person here starts to take on the conditioning of this friend or this foe energy here. And they start like, yeah, yeah, I know, right? And then, okay, now, all right, relationship partner, blah, 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 blah. What's going on? What? Well, hold on a second. You're not really acting the way you normally do. Where did you get all that info from? Well, I heard it from them behind me, the third person, third hand. I got it from the other hand. 1, 2, 3. So I got it from someone else. And then by the time I've learnt all that, I've come back here and questioned you, and it's it's like, well, are you talking about them are you talking about them then? Are you talking about Em or Emily or Melissa or Maria or Matilda? But are you talking about them? Like, who are you talking about? Them? That's what they keep saying. Are you talking about them? Em. But like, are you talking about me with your friends? Are you talking about me in a group? Like, in a group activity of whoever this 3 is are you all co-conspiring against me, talking about me behind my back? Behind my back. Are you all talking about me behind my back? So it's leading to some kind of paranoia here, through this 3 here, where it could have been caused by just one of these people. One of these people could have started this whole thing off, and now it's led to where people may be talking about people behind people's back. So two-faced energies. People that are like talking about other people without confronting the person themselves. They start off a domino train of, by adding this into a dramatic triangle, now nobody really knows, because it could have been started off by one person implanting themselves, where this may have just been, okay, I've got a decision to make. Hold on a minute. Before I make this decision myself, I really need to get the advice off another person. If that other person be right or wrong, this person's kind of like questioning it and saying, hold on a minute, you're all co-conspiring behind my back. What are you doing? What are you up to here? So, because I'm trying to express to you what's in the cards, but give you the energy of what I feel through the paranoia, right? Because 3 here can also mean behind the scenes, like, you know, behind the scenes. Because it is being spoke about, but more than likely in a party of 3, right? So, like, 2's company, 3's a crowd, right? So someone stands out in the crowd by 2's company, but they're talking like perhaps in a 2 about one of the people. So it's making 3's a crowd, which like, oh, fuck it then, bruv. If y'all want to talk amongst yourselves, you'll do that. You know, I feel like pushed out, or like, are you talking about my relationship behind my back? Or like, who can hear, who can see? Or Lucy, or co-conspiring, I'm hearing. But, Libra. 5 of Pentacles, you see? It is. 8 of Pentacles, something to do with Aquarius and Leo. This could be a Leo for me. And it's like, well, you're pushing me out. Like, you're just kind of like, you're missing the fact that here, it's like, well, where do I go then? I don't fit into this crowd. Where do I go then? Where do I belong? Where do I fit in? Like, hold on a sec. Where do I fit? What? Where do I fit in? Is that where you don't? Right? Because like I said, 5 of Pentacles here leads to paranoia. Of like, well, I don't know how to approach you now. I don't know how to, like, you know, come at you with something to ask, because I don't know now. It's caused that much paranoia now that I don't know if I can even walk back into the house, or if I dare even come and see you, because like, you've made it that uncomfortable, or whoever's now made it that uncomfortable, that they're kind of like, well, I don't even know if I'm welcome in your house, or I don't even know if I'm welcome there anymore, because is this a welcome mat? But these 2 people out here are standing out there saying, oh, I really don't know if I can go in on that now. Like, I don't know if I belong there. I don't know, you know, where I belong now, because I've got caught between a rock and a hard place. Or someone at a fireplace. A fireplace? Or a fire sign? But a fireplace. But it's such a weird set of cards, to be honest. This one that I haven't really seen in a while. Three of Pentacles really isn't the fact that it's because it's someone wants to work on a relationship in the three, right? They want to work on something, but what they're doing is that they're gathering info from people first to see if it's safe to approach. Like, is it alright if I speak to you? Is it alright if I come and see you? Is it alright if I reach out or not? Like, do I belong here or do I not? Do I fit in, or like am I just like in the standing in the back of the crowd? I had an instant of this. This was funny, but I mean, I always speak my mind, me. But I went to spin class last night, and there's a Taurus there, right? And we have a complete laugh sometimes. But like, when I rocks up in, they're like, "Oh my God, you're right. I haven't seen you in ages," and blah blah blah, and you're right, like, yeah, no, it's all cushy, bruv, and just floating and all that sort of, it's all been sweet. Then right at the end of it, right, she asks me a question. She's looking at me and asks me a question. There's a couple of people here, but she's looking at me asking me a question, right? And then I start to answer, and she's like, start looking at another person, like speaking to them, as I'm just about to speak, and I'm like, fuck, brother, you'd rather look at the wallpaper. Right? But me, I'll have a laugh, brother. So you just asked me a question, I'm speaking to you. As soon as I start to speak, you look away and start looking at the wall, more interested in the wallpaper. Right? Or the other person. You asked me a question, right? You looked at me, you asked me a question, just as I was about to ask it, you actually looked in the opposite direction and focused more on another person than what you did me. So you make me feel as if I'm like, nothing. Like, I'm asking you a question, and then you're like, oh, so what's going on with the wallpaper? Right? So it's kind of like that, and very odd. Anyway, so that's your reading so far, Libra. I'm going to leave it at that because, like I said, I've got so many other readings to get through, and I have very, very, very minimal Libra followers. So I hope you haven't just found this as, oh my God, but I normally only do half an hour anyway. It's a very difficult reading in order to gather what on earth this is. Is it Gavin? But like, or Gabby, or Abby, I don't know. But like, I feel like I'm kind of here, but I'm not here, kind of thing, right? But we will find out what this is, because there's no love here. There's just this energy of feeling like I am a loner, or I am a donor, or I need a loan. Some of you need a loan, like a loan shark, or you need a loan and you need to go and see the bank. Or like confidence is also what I'm picking up. It come up for another reading, Cancerian. Like confidence. Like I need confidence, but I'm not confident enough in order to be able to do it. Because it might mean that I need a loan. I need a loan, and I haven't got any money, and I need a loan, right? Because this could be a loan shark here. Loan shark. Yeah. So this could also be asking boss as well. Like I need to ask the boss for some time, like extra time or something. Anyway, Libra, this is only really supposed to be for people on Patreon. So if you want to join Patreon, you can, but it'll only be on the full access bundle. I'll do you more cards, more of a spread, clarify the cards and tell you exactly what it's about, the outcome, and so on and so forth. I'm going to do this one and maybe another one for the weeklies, but I've decided to change it around a little. So the last 2 weeks of the month will only go to the full access bundle on Patreon, and they won't come out on YouTube, okay? Because I used to do it where it was the monthly, and then I did the first 2 weeks only on Patreon and nothing else. But now I've decided to do the monthlies, which came out. When it comes to the weeklies, do the first 2 weeks over on here, and then they go to the full access bundle. But after those two, I'm not even sure if it will be two, it could even be one, I don't know yet. But after those two, say, the rest of it will only go to Patreon. So you'll get the channel messages and everything else, and the tarot card reading, but it'll only be on Patreon. That will probably be after this week. I'll probably do one more for YouTube, but then the rest of that is really just going to go for the Patreon members, okay? So if you do want to join, this one and many others will be on exactly as it says on the tin. which is the full access bundle over on Patreon. If you want to join, you're more than welcome. You can find the link below. Okay? All right, Libra. Thanks very much. See you soon.